Hello everyone, it's dragonplatinum here, and today we are back again with SCP-3008. Now, today I've got a little bit of a different video idea that I kind of came up with, and it's because of you guys that I'm making this video. If you haven't noticed, I make a lot of SCP content, and I also get a lot of questions about the game, about certain things that could possibly happen, certain functions, can I do this, can I do that? And I thought it'd be kind of fun to go through and answer some of those questions that you guys have, and maybe do sort of like a myth busting, sort of like tips and tricks kind of video, and answer all your guys' questions. I might answer some really obvious ones. I might not answer some ones that are super confusing, but I want to try to answer as much as I possibly can and give you guys as much information as I have. So I'm actually going to start out really simple here, and that is the question of what is the rarest plot in the game? Well, it's really simple because if you have a private server, you can actually generate the map, and you can see the default generation values of the map tiles that are in the game. And from what you see here, so there's 150 for the med kits, 200 for bed display, all that stuff, 0% for blank, so you can never actually find a blank tile in normal public server SCP games. It's just not going to spawn. If we go down here, you can see the play plot, which is one of my favorite plots, has only a value of 20 for spawning. So these aren't percentages, it's just weights. So when the game is generating a single plot, it kind of weighs every single different plot. It's kind of confusing because I'm not very good with the numbers, but it weighs every single different plot type, and then it just kind of picks randomly from the weight values. So obviously, something like Master Bedroom, which has a weight of 220, is going to spawn a lot more often than a play plot that only has a value of 20. Now, it doesn't mean that there couldn't be a chance where the entire map is play plots. It's just extremely, that would be a 1 in trillions and trillions of chances of that happening. But if we continue to go down here, we get another plot that's also got 0%, and that's the Safety Pad Galore plot, which can again only be spawned in private servers. But then we have the rarest plot in the game area. And I believe I actually covered this a couple videos ago, but this plot has not only the rarest plot type, but also the rarest items in the game on it. It's got the nightlight and the purple beanbag chair, which are exclusive to this plot and that plot alone. Now, another question I'll get very often is, Dragon, what is the best kind of food that I want to go for? Me and my friends, we're trying to build a base, but we keep running out of energy. We need more energy, we need good food. What's the best kind of food that you can get? Well, my recommendation is donuts, and they can be found in the cafeteria plot, and they spawn in here, and they heal a ton. If we just go here, they heal 70% energy along with 8% health. It's not great on the health department because you'd obviously probably want to get some med kits to heal your, health, but donuts, they're really good for energy, and so I definitely recommend eating those. And if you can't find donuts, I also recommend gamer ice cream because it heals 35 energy and 7 health. Now, they don't spawn as frequently as some things like burgers and meatballs, which heal, I believe, 30 energy and 32 energy and 1 health each, which are also really good alternatives that spawn a lot more frequently. But gamer ice cream, one of my personal favorites, and it's also a good healing thing, so I definitely recommend trying to find one of these plots as well. Now, however, if you want the worst type of food in the game, I would recommend going for this can of beans. Because you see this guy here, it does 15 damage and only heals 20 energy. Health, in my opinion, in this game is much more important than energy. I mean, obviously you need energy to run around and stay alive, but you could just eat things like hot dogs or pizza to try to keep that up long enough until you find better food. There's really no, there's no point to eating something like beans, because you're just going to hurt yourself, and you don't want to do that. It's just counterintuitive. You're going to waste more energy trying to find more food and medkits to heal yourself from damaging yourself than just eating other food. It's a really bad food item. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is probably why you clicked on this video, and that is the good old crowbar. I'm sure a lot of you, like me, have actually tried to pick this guy up, and it does take a little while to pick it up, but you get the message, no. And if you try to put it in your inventory, it says stop. I think there might be a way to still move it. It's not exactly the best way to move it around, and it's limited only to private server games where you actually have access to a mod menu, but technically you can move it. Sort of. Alright, so I'm going to spawn in a tool gun here, so we're going to grab that guy. And I'm also going to spawn in my boy Hubert. Hubert, stay here, or run away. You're fine, you're fine. I'm going to grab my tool gun, and we're going to go into the tool gun menu, and I'm going to select unanchor. Now if I shoot the crowbar, okay, it's unanchored. Hubert, could you come back? I really need you here. Can I bring him back over here? Hubert, come here. Hubert, oh, that's good. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to grab the rope tool, and we're going to rope this to Hubert. And then, if this works the way that I think it will, Hubert should be able to move the crowbar. I think. There it goes. Okay, so you can move the crowbar, technically. Not very well, and you really don't have a lot of control over it, and you can't really place it back down. But you can move it, and you can attach it to Hubert, so that's good, I think. It looks really weird, I will admit that. Yeah, I'll be honest, I wasn't sure if this was gonna work when I came up with this idea. I'm happy it did work. I'm just not sure if this is the answer everybody was looking for, but technically, there is a way you can move the crowbar. It's just probably not the way that you wanted. Also, he's fine. Hubert, he is on the move. Look at him go. There he goes. Alright, so the next thing I wanted to talk about was pillars. And pillars are really, really, really cool. In my opinion, they can be used for some of the best kinds of bases in this game, but they also hide a secret. And that secret is only available for you to find once you're actually 800 studs up in the air. Really, really hard to get to, but if you get up there, there's actually a secret house with a very, very special food, which I believe if you eat it, you also get a badge, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, in order to tell where that kind of house is, where that special pillar base house thing is, you can actually tell from the flooring. So you see the flooring around this one is black. This one does not actually have a pillar house on it. We're going to go and try to find a pillar house pillar. That makes sense. We're going to find a pillar house pillar. Yeah, we're going to go look for that now. Okay, I believe this is what we're looking for. As you can see, instead of the normal black base at the bottom, this one has a dark gray base. So I'm just going to quickly switch from teleport into explode mode, and we are going to try to go up in the air and see if we can find... There it is, I saw it. Oh, I saw it. It's up there. Okay. This is going to be kind of weird because this is not the proper way to scale the wall. Okay, I'm going to try a different way. Alright, let's try this. Offset myself by 900 studs. Let's go. The house is right there, and it looks like it's spawned outside of the map, so that's a little bit weird. Okay, we're up. And... okay, that certainly doesn't look correct. Let's just kind of get in here. Here is... let me just get some light in here, actually. Spawn. Let's spawn in some light. Let's put this guy right there. So as you can see, this is where the chocolate bar spawns. Super rare. The only spot you can actually find it. Kind of unlucky that it spawned like this, because there's more house than just this, but at least you can get the chocolate bar. I'm just going to go through the wall here if I can. Let me just try to do that. Okay, I managed to get myself through the wall, and as you can see, there's a house here. Not... I didn't know it could do this until just now, but, yeah, hopefully it doesn't spawn for you like that. It can spawn on many different pillars, and obviously some of them can be in the center of the map, where it doesn't do goofy things like this, but, yeah, this is the first for me. I didn't know it could do this. That is kind of interesting, but yeah, that's how you find chocolate bars and cool floating pillar houses. They're real. Trust me, they exist. This one just kind of broke. Okay, let's switch things up a little bit, and let's head to nighttime. And I'm just going to make sure that this lasts for a little bit longer. So, this tip is during the night, a lot of people can complain about it being very dark. And yes, obviously it's nighttime, it gets dark, hard to see, I understand that. Here's a tip that I kind of use without really knowing, that you can actually pick up a lamp, and the lamp actually gives off more light while it's picked up than while it is actually placed down. So for example, this is it while it's in my hand. It's actually quite bright. If I place it back down, it seems to get a little bit darker, if you can kind of tell the difference. So much brighter, like a little bit darker. It's not a huge difference, but if you're trying to get around and you want to be able to actually see a little bit, just, you know, bring a light up to yourself. Really easy to see. I recommend it for probably exploring around if you're looking for food or stuff during nighttime. Although, probably not the best time to be searching for stuff during night, but that is what it is. I do, however, recommend using the lanterns. If you're going to use anything to explore with, lanterns are your best bet because they are extremely bright. Like, look at how much light that this creates. I'm going to try to get to a darker spot, actually. Like, just look at how much light that this creates. You can see, at least in my opinion, much farther than you can with lamps. I don't know if there's anything brighter than this, but lanterns are certainly one of the brightest things to carry around with you if you're doing some late night exploring. So another question I get asked a lot is, hey Dragon, what do you think is the best building item in the game? And in my own opinion, I've heard a lot of people say that like wardrobes are their favorite, or bunk beds if they're just trying to escape the night for one night. I myself prefer bathtubs. I think bathtubs are actually really, really good because, and I don't know if wardrobes can do this, I don't know if they're tall enough to do it, but with bathtubs and on the plot that they actually spawn on, you can actually hide really, really easy here. If I just go like this, bring it super close to me, and place it, I've just made myself a shelter that I can hide in for the entire night and be 100% safe. It's not the prettiest thing, but it works. Okay, I'd like to welcome you to my final test room, and this is to answer the question, how many employees spawn every day? Now, I'm not going to say that I know exactly how many spawn on night 0. I think it's either 0 or 2, but I don't think it's any more than that. But every night after that, I believe it is actually 2 employees that will spawn. So we're just going to test it out right now. We're going to go to the time menu, and we're going to change to daytime. Okay, it's very bright in here. As you can see, 2 employees have spawned in. We're going to go back to nighttime, back to daytime, and we have another employee. Okay, so there's 3, and there's 4, so there's another 2. Okay, we're going to do it again, so toggle day, night, there's another one, and there's another 2. So this is why I believe that 2 employees will spawn every single day. I don't really know if it caps off eventually, which could answer the question of why servers that have like super high day counts are also extremely laggy, is because so many employees are in the game. Like if you get to day 100, there is going to be 200 employees in your game. That is going to be starting to get like extremely laggy, so that could be why those servers start to get kind of slow. But yeah, that's why I believe that 2 employees spawn every single day, and also this employee is getting a piggyback from this employee. That's kind of weird. I didn't expect that, but okay. But there we go, guys. That is really all I've got for this little video. I have no idea if this is going to really do well. It's something that I want to try out that I thought would be kind of interesting for a lot of people. Because I get asked so many questions, I thought I'd try to answer at least some of the more common ones that I've received, and test out a few myths of my own. And hey, if you guys have questions, or if you have like things that you would like me to try out, leave them down in the comments below. I'm not opposed to making a second follow-up video for this one, and I do have maybe a couple other questions that I haven't exactly answered just yet. So if you have your question you want it answered, leave it down in the comments, and maybe it will appear in the next video. But other than that, guys, that is really all I've got for this video. So if you guys like this video, feel free to go to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, guys, it's Dragon Platinum, signing out. Peace out, guys. Bye.